Hi, Robin.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good.
Good.
How's your day going?
It's a Monday.
Yes. Yes.
It's a Monday.
Uh,
It's going. It's going all right.
okay.
How
Well,
about you?
I'm doing well. Busy
Yeah.
Monday, but yeah, it's going great. So
Yeah.
I just
I'm on countdown vacation, so I'm like anxious for that. So
when do
yeah.
you go?
We and I leave. Yeah, we leave it for Mexico in a week and a half, so I'm super excited.
Nice. Just the two of you guys?
Yeah, and we're meeting up my childhood girl and her husband that I've known since I was 5 years old. They're gonna meet us there, and we're just gonna have a nice little vacation, grown up time.
So nice.
uh,
That's
yeah, super excited.
I just got I don't know if you can see this. It says your internet connection is unstable. Did it say that for
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
Huh.
it is. Maybe I'll log out real quick and come right back in.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you should do that. See if that works. Because I'm showing
Okay, I'll do that real fast.
okay. Sounds good. Hopefully that's better.
Yeah, hopefully that works a little bit better. So
Yeah. Sometimes it's just the connection. You just if you log off and log back on, sometimes that's all it needs.
yeah,
So what part
yeah.
where are you
I'm hoping that this will fix. We're gonna go to Playa del Carmen. And so
Oh my gosh. I've never been there, but I've heard it's beautiful.
it is. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm super excited.
How long are you guys going to be gone for?
8 days.
Oh, 8 days. How
Yep,
nice.
I know.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I'm excited. A little getaway.
Yes.
Rest and
Wait,
relaxation.
yes. When do you leave again? Just so I know. Shoot, I think you're froze. You froze up.
We leave on the 20th. We fly out on the 20th.
Okay.
Yeah, I had all my kiddos get off, so we'll see.
That's awesome. Well, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Nora's here too. Hi, Nora. Hello. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to start out with some antonyms. So really we're still doing a word drill, but kind of fun to mix it up a little bit. All right, here we go. Ready? Calm. Oh, I forgot to mute you guys. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Calm, troubled, capable, incapable, captivity, freedom, liberty, careful, rush, careless, cellar, attic, cheap, dear, expensive, clear, vague, cloudy, clever, stupid, clockwise, counterclockwise, close, distant, cold, hot, combine, separate, come, go, comfort, discomfort, common, rare, conceal, reveal, correct, incorrect, courage, coward, courteous, rude, cruel, kind, cunning, simple, dainty, clumsy, danger, safety, dark, light, decrease, increase, deep, shallow, definite, indefinite, demand, supply, despair, hope, disappear, appear, discourage, encourage, disease, health, dismal, cheerful, doctor, patient, dry, wet, dull, clear, bright, dusk, dawn, early, late, east, west, easy, difficult, ebb, flow, economize, waste. There's more, but I'll stop there. All right. I've got states with most popular baby names by that state. And I've got a girl name and a boy name. Okay, here we go. Alaska, Isabella and Aiden. Alabama, Emma and William. Arkansas, Madison and William. Arizona, Isabella and Angel. California, Emily and Daniel. Now this is in 2007, so a few years ago. Colorado, Isabella and Jacob. Connecticut, Isabella and Michael. District of Columbia, Ashley and William. Delaware, Sophia and Michael. Florida, Isabella and Anthony. I didn't know Isabella was that popular. Georgia, Madison and William. Hawaii, Sophia and Noah. Iowa, Ava and Ethan. Idaho, Emma and Jacob. Illinois, Isabella and Daniel. Indiana, Emma and Jacob. Kansas, Addison and Ethan. Kentucky, Madison and Jacob. Louisiana, Madison and Jacob. Massachusetts, Ava and Matthew. Maryland, Madison and Michael. Maine, Madison and Ethan. Michigan, Ava and Jacob. Minnesota, Ava and Jacob. Missouri, Emma and Jacob. Mississippi, Madison and William. Montana, Emma and Ethan. North Carolina, Madison and William. North Dakota, Emma and Logan. Nebraska, Addison and Jacob. New Hampshire, Olivia and Jacob. New Jersey, Isabella and Michael. New Mexico, Isabella, Jacob. Nevada, Emily and Anthony. New York, Isabella and Michael. Ohio, Ava and Jacob. Oklahoma, Emma and Ethan. Oregon, Emma and Jacob. Pennsylvania, Ava and Jacob. Rhode Island, Sophia and Michael. South Carolina, Madison and William. South Dakota, Ava and Ethan. Tennessee, Emma and William. Texas, Emily and Jose. Utah, Olivia and Ethan. Virginia, Madison and William. Vermont, Ava and Logan. Washington, Olivia and Jacob. Wisconsin, Ava and Ethan. West Virginia, Madison and Jacob. Wyoming, Madison and Ethan. Interesting. All right. Consonant compounds. We'll do a little drill. Consonant compounds. I've got so many drills. Every time I go through my drills, there's just so many that I want to get to, but we never finish them all. All right, this is going to focus on final ND, final RND, final SHG. Okay, here we go. Sherry showed us the Shire in the shed. Sharon shared her ideas, but shirked her duties. Sheila should shout out her bid. One shell was found on the shelf. The sheer sheet was used as a shield. She was shocked by the show. The wind fanned the sand. Jake was round and round. Sue toned and tanned at the spa. Bob was burned when he turned. He learned to be concerned. The darned cat was adorned. Bart was bashing and smashing the bugs. We were wishing the fishing were better. Anne was rushing before dishing up the food. We were lashing and meshing the parts together. Pat spent the day washing his car and dashing to school. Ted is finishing cashing his checks at the bank. All right. This is a survey on the best places to eat breakfast. Here we go. Number 1, in bed. Number 2, IHOP. 3, Denny's. 4, sitting on the couch, bowl of cereal on my lap, watching Sports Center. 5, Cracker Barrel. 6, Grandma's house. 7, McDonald's. 8, Waffle House. 9, Bob Evans. 10, Papa John's Cafe. All right. I've got some medical classes along with the dates, and this is from the Harvard Medical School in their health letter. Okay, here we go. Ready? Advanced Cardiac Life Support, ACLS, November 7. Advanced Life Support, November 6 through 8. Advanced Life Support After Cardiac Arrest, October 5 and 6. Age and Maximum Heart Rate, November 8. Aging and Exercise, June 2nd through 4th. Alcohol and Breast Cancer, August 8. Alcohol and psoriasis, March 6. Alcohol and memory, February 6 and 7. Aluminum and Alzheimer's disease, April 4. THA for American Chiropractors Association, January 8. Travelers Amnesia, January 2, February 6, March 8. Angioplasty, January 4, September 8. Anti-androgens for prostate cancer, September 4. Anticoagulants for heart attack, September 8. Anticoagulants from leeches, October 3. Arrhythmia during heart attack, September 5. Arrhythmia in heart attack, October 6. Arthritis, December 5. Arthritis and exercise, June 2. Arthritis and inflammatory bowel disease, June 6. Aspartame, NutraSweet, and headaches, March 5. Aspirin for heart attack, March 10 and September 9. Atherosclerosis of coronary arteries, September 19. Atherosclerosis and estrogen supplements, July 5. Autoimmunity and arthritis, December 20. All right, we'll stop there. Okay. Now, our last drill, how are we doing on time? Good, we're doing good. Okay, I'm going to give you some typical objections. I've got several of these sheets, and we're just going to do one page so we can focus on this particular objection that you hear a lot. So you're going to hear I object, which is IB, Your Honor, which you probably know that, YURN. On the ground is OEG. If they say on the grounds, plural, you just throw in your Z or come back for your Z. So it's all going to start with I object, Your Honor, on the ground. Okay. You're going to hear asked and answered. That's SKAND. SKAND, scanned. You're going to hear argumentative, which is ARGT. Okay. All right, here we go. So try to phrase as much as you can, okay? All right, here we go. Ready? I object, Your Honor, on the ground that the question is ambiguous. I object, Your Honor, on the ground that the question is unintelligible. I object, Your Honor, on the ground that the question is compound. I object, Your Honor, on the ground that the question is too general. I object, Your Honor, on the ground that the question calls for a narrative answer. I object, Your Honor, on the ground that the question calls for a conclusion. Your Honor, I object on the ground that the question has been asked and answered. SKAND. Your Honor, I object on the ground that the question is leading. Your Honor, I object on the ground that counsel is misquoting the witness. Your Honor, I object on the ground that the question is argumentative, ARGT. Your Honor, I object on the ground that the question assumes facts not in evidence. So hopefully after, some of those, after the first few, hopefully you're feeling like you're getting in a rhythm with the briefs there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on, even though I still have like 10 more drills that I hold. I'm going to read to you. We'll start with literary, okay? And I'll start at 60 and work my way up to 100. This is called When Critters Go Bad, How Insurance Treats Damage from Various Varmints, okay? So we'll start at 60 and work our way to 100. Here we go, ready? Rodents, vermin, insects, wildlife. You know they're out there, whether you live in a city, suburb, or rural area. Most of the time, you peacefully coexist with them, but sometimes they invade your home or your car and do a lot of damage. You don't worry about it though, because your auto or homeowner's insurance will cover those losses, right? Well, not always. Most insurers follow guidelines that govern when and how they cover the damage when critters are involved in a claim. Here are some common scenarios. Scenario 1, you park your car outdoors during a cold snap. A group of squirrels looking for a warm spot to camp out crawls under the hood and chews through wires. The squirrels are gone by the time you get in your car the next morning. But because of their handiwork, the engine won't start. Is it covered? In a word, yes. Auto insurance almost always covers damage done to your vehicle by an animal. That's because you can't do much to prevent these kinds of situations. Maintenance won't keep those squirrels away, nor will it stop a flock of angry birds from landing on your car and pecking dents into the roof, for instance. It's considered a comprehensive loss, one that's not the result of a collision. So, as long as you carry comprehensive coverage, your insurer should pay for repairs. Scenario 2, Although a major termite infestation has been building for a couple of years, you're just now discovering it because you failed to keep up with regular inspections. Now, you'll not only need to fumigate your house, but you'll also have to repair the damage the pests have done to your windows' wood frames. Is it covered? Probably not. Most homeowners' policies exclude damage that is caused by insects and animals. In other words, if basic home maintenance could have prevented the damage, your insurer is unlikely to pay for any losses. That's why it's smart to have a pest control firm inspect your home annually. Many will now guarantee their work for a year. Scenario 3, a family of rats takes up residence in your attic and gets to work on a plumbing line. When they finally manage to gnaw through it, the pipe bursts and the water damages the attic as well as the flooring of your master bedroom below. Is it covered? Yes and no. Most homeowners' policies cover sudden and accidental losses to your dwelling that result from animal infestations. In this case, that would include the water damage in your attic and bedroom, but it would not include repairs to the damaged pipe. A little home maintenance can help you avoid this type of scenario too. If you periodically check to make sure the grates or screens blocking entrance to your home's crawl spaces are in good order, critters will have a much harder time gaining access in the first place. All right. How are you doing on time? Oh, good. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to read you one small, funny little goof ups with real classified ads, and then I'm going to go right into jury charge, okay? So these are real ads that they've published. All right, here we go. It's called Read All About It. Okay. It's summertime. Bring your kids to the Garma Specialty Clinic for circumcision. Toyota Scion, coffin with 52-inch sunroof, $21,800. For sale, collection of old people. Help wanted, dental hygienist, 2 days a week. Will marry if necessary. Wanted, someone who can speak and write Australian. Bass player, not the greatest, but doesn't suck either. Looking to play with a classic rock band. Child care provider. Apply in person at Jack and Kill childcare. Mentally ill needed to interview for my novel. Must be successful and interesting. Free to good country home. 3/4 Rottweiler, 1/4 Shepherd, 3 years old, intelligent, and loves to eat live rabbits and kittens. And then it says down below, in Japan, the drunk tank is called the tiger box. Pretty funny. All right, so let's go right into jury charge. The subject here is unlawful seizure. Okay, so you're going to hear inalienable rights, citizen, society, felony, warrant, offense, committed, probable cause, reasonable. I write that as RAENL. Exception, liberty, indictment. I write that as D long IMT. Affidavit. You can either write that as AVD or AFT, either one. Let's see. Discretion. Custody, KUD. Period of time, initial P, final FT. Question of law, KWEFL. You're going to hear ladies and gentlemen of the jury, L long AJS. Humiliation, wounded, mortification. All right, oppressive. All right, so I'll start at 60 and work my way to 100, okay? All right, here we go. Ready? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, one of the inalienable rights of the individual citizen is the immunity from the unlawful seizure and detention of his person by any agency of the state. You are instructed that the general rule of the law is that no person shall be deprived of his liberty except he first be charged by affidavit or indictment with the commission of an offense, such charge being followed by a warrant duly issued and placed in the hands of an officer authorized to serve such process. To this general rule, there are certain exceptions made necessary by the needs of society. Among the exceptions is that an officer may arrest a person without a warrant for an offense committed within his view or upon information when he has reasonable or probable cause to believe that such person has committed a felony. When a police officer arrests a person without a warrant upon information, when he has reasonable or probable cause to believe that such person has committed a felony, it is the duty of the officer to take the person whom he has placed under arrest before some court of proper jurisdiction as soon as he can reasonably do so, to be charged with such offense by affidavit, or to be given an opportunity to be released on bond. If the officer fails to take the person so arrested before a court of proper jurisdiction as required by law, or gives him no opportunity to be released on bond, then he is liable to such person in an action for damages. You are instructed that the power of detaining a person arrested without a warrant upon information, or restraining him of his liberty, even when there is reasonable or probable cause to believe that such person has committed a felony, is not a matter within the discretion of the officer making the arrest. He cannot legally hold the person arrested in custody for a longer period of time than is reasonably necessary under all the circumstances without a warrant. Mere loss of freedom cannot constitute imprisonment, even though it was unjust. The imprisonment must be unlawful. One may be acquitted upon the merits of the case, or discharged upon some question of law, but that fact does not, in and of itself, make the restraint placed upon his liberty false imprisonment. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you find for the plaintiff, you are instructed that wounded pride, humiliation, and mortification resulting from the public arrest and the public trial are elements to be taken into consideration in assessing damages in cases of this character. You are further instructed that in case of false imprisonment and malicious prosecution, the jury may inflict exemplary damages when the facts so justify. Such damages do not necessarily depend upon malice on the part of the wrongdoer, but they may be rightfully awarded when the wrongful act is willfully done in a wanton or oppressive manner, or done in the reckless disregard of the rights of the complaining party. All right. Moving right into Q&A. We're going to start off with just question and answer, okay? Oops, my fan just tipped over. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is going to be plaintiff. Okay, and you guys are going to hear right-hand side, which is initial R, final N, D, Z. You're going to hear Mr. Sanders, cameraman, camera, direction, at the time, which is TET, operating, And special director, effects. Give you Mr. Sanders. Vicinity. Okay, I think that's about it. Department. All right, so this is going to be plaintiff. And I'm going to read this. I'll read this once at 80 and again at 100, okay? It's only one page. Here we go, ready? There were 2 cameras there. Right. One was a camera belonging to the special effects people. That's right. Which was under the direction of Mr. Roberts. He was operating the camera. He was the director of photography for that camera. Mr. Roberts was the operating cameraman of that camera for the special effects department. That's right. Now, was your camera being used in any way? No. Where was your cameraman and your camera located at the time that these trips were being made? Wait a minute. You said, where was my cameraman? You had a cameraman. Operative cameraman? Yes, but he wasn't operating. I appreciate that, but where was he? I don't recall where he was. Where were you? I was sitting in back of the camera on the right-hand side. Where was Mr. Sanders? I don't remember. He was in the vicinity. How far from him were you? I was on the other side. I was just a little bit off center of the camera. I wasn't directly in back of the camera. I was to the right so that I could see what was going on. All right, so I'm going to read that again at 100. There were a couple things that I didn't see the first time. Wait a minute, that's W-A, final M-T. Wait a moment is W-O-M-T. Then you hear I don't remember, Y-O-R, how far, H-O-U-F. All right, let's do that again, now at 100. There were 2 cameras there. Right. One was a camera belonging to the special effects people. That's right. Which was under the direction of Mr. Roberts. He was operating the camera. He was the director of photography for that camera. Mr. Roberts was the operating cameraman of that camera for the special effects department. That's right. Now, was your camera being used in any way? No. Where was your cameraman and your camera located at the time that these trips were being made? Wait a minute. You said, where was my cameraman? You had a cameraman, operative cameraman? Yes, but he wasn't operating. I appreciate that, but where was he? I don't recall where he was. Where were you? I was sitting in back of the camera on the right-hand side. Where was Mr. Sanders? I don't remember. he was in the vicinity? How far from him were you? I was on the other side. I was just a little bit off center of the camera. I wasn't directly in back of the camera. I was to the right so that I could see what was going on. All right, so we're going to switch transcripts. I'm just dating this real quick. I'll leave that one out. All right, how are you doing on time? 48, okay. Now this one, I'm going to start at 80 and just work my way to 100, okay? Instead of reading it again, this is a couple pages long. So you're going to hear pool service, pond system, pool system, sealant, complaints, caulking, caulk, painting, contract, maintenance, housekeeping crew, functions, 24-hour period, installed, criticism, constructed, continuously. So you can use your brief for continue, T, initial T, final N, come back for either US or YUS, come back for LAE or L long E. I don't think so, YONKS. Do you have? Do you know? To your knowledge, TOURJ. Did you ever? DUFer. In addition, NAD. Employ, PLOI. All right. This is going to be defense. Here we go. Ready? I'll start at 80 and then work my way to 100. You had people in your employ who did the work? That's right. How many people did you have? We had 3 people. Did these 3 people during the time period that they worked on the pond system also fulfill other duties? For the first 3 months, they didn't. After that, did they? Yes, I absorbed them into either the maintenance or the housekeeping crew. Are you saying that was in addition to their pond duties? No, we contracted it out after that time. Do people from the pool service have any other functions at your project in addition to working on the pools and the pond? The ponds and the pool service only. Do the same people do both? Yes, they do. Do you know how the time is split? They spend maybe half an hour, 3 or 4 days a week on the pool system, and the rest of the time is on the pond system. Did you ever have any discussion as to whether the cracks in the pond system were a maintenance type problem or another type of problem? We never discussed it either way. It was just discussed as being a problem, the cracks. Did you ever discuss with Mr. Sauce what type of sealant to use? No. Did you ever see a document from him recommending certain types of sealants? No, I did not. Was there any type of sealant that you used for cracks in the pond system? When we painted it, they simply applied it. Since that time, we have done no caulking on it. Have there been any cracks that you have needed to caulk? The same cracks remain. There are no new cracks that I'm aware of. Do you have any present complaints about the pond system? Just the water loss, the painting, and that type of thing. How often do you have to paint it at this time? We haven't painted it since that time 3 years ago. The water loss, to your knowledge, was just in the pond system. Pond system number 3 has a water loss. Do you know where the water loss comes from? No, I don't. Do you know whether there appears to be a leak, or is it evaporation, or what? There is as much as 4 or 5 inches of water loss in a 24-hour period. You don't know the source of that loss? No, I don't. Have you ever heard anyone express any criticism of the manner that the ponds were installed or constructed? Other than the problems I mentioned before about the water loss and the check valves, no. Do you have any information that the check valves were not installed according to the plans and specifications? No. You testified earlier that you were told that the ponds were designed to run continuously 24 hours a day. Is that correct? Correct. I believe you testified that for some period of time, you ran the ponds for approximately 24 hours a day, or closer to 24 hours a day than you normally have. Is that correct? At one time, we ran them 24 hours a day for maybe a couple of weeks or something like that. When was that? I don't know the exact dates. It was several years ago. When you use the term couple, are you talking about 2 or 3? What does couple mean to you? 2 or 3 years ago. You also ran them for 2 or 3 weeks continuously? Correct. Do you have separate records of water used in each pond system? The amount of gallons in each system? No, I don't think so. All right. How was that? Let's see here. Yes, that Isabella is because of Twilight. Oh, yes. Okay, let me unmute everybody. Nora, that's a good guess. I bet it is. I didn't even think about that.
I know. I was like, there's so many Isabellas and Williams and Jacobs.
Yeah,
Isn't it crazy? Wasn't that crazy?
That's funny. That's funny.
Yes. Jacob, William, Isabella, Ava.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think Madison.
I don't think my kids' names will ever be on those lists.
What are your kids' names?
Grace, Shepherd, Abriana, and Asher.
Oh, so cute. I
yeah.
love that. Shepherd?
Mhm.
I love that. Grace, did you say Ariana?
Abriana is the feminine form of Abraham.
Oh, I love that. Abriana. That is so pretty.
Yeah.
I've been hearing some neat names lately, and you know, just when you think you've heard them all, then you hear others. It's like, oh wow, you know. I like that. I like
Yeah.
different names.
Me too. Me too.
It's funny because my daughter's name is Brooklyn, and she's
Mhm.
25, and when I named her in 91, there were no Brooklyns, and now I hear it all the time, and I'm like, oh no.
I know. Just like with Asher. It's just like there's like so many Ashers now, and I'm like, what? Why?
I know. No.
Yeah.
I know you.
That was mine.
I know you want to keep them original.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I always say that, well, her spelling is probably different than anybody else's because it is. It's not like in New York, so you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But well, how did that feel? How'd you guys do?
No, it felt good. It felt really good.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
The medical's never fun, but at least I didn't drop. At least I continued to stroke. No telling what it says when I go back, but but at least I didn't drop it.
yeah, no, that's awesome. And chances are you're going to be able to read it. You know, we never do as bad as we think we do. Like, oh, wow, I thought I misstroked that, but it's okay, you know? So, and Nora, I need to give you Donna's number. I did get her number, but then I didn't have your number. So I was going to get your number from Robert because I did get Donna's number. And she said, absolutely, you can call her for any questions because she did just take the RPR recently. So,
Awesome.
yeah. So I'll get that. I'll get your number from Robert and pass you along Donna's number.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Donna, if you come in.
What was that?
Oh, I said thanks, Donna, if you watch this recording.
Yes, she said absolutely. She's so sweet. So, all right. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I'll let you go, and hopefully, I'll see you maybe on Wednesday morning at 9.
Yeah, I should be here.
Okay, good. I love having you guys. So, all right. Well, we'll see you Wednesday morning. Have a great night.
You too.
Okay. Bye, guys. Bye, Robin. Bye. I think
Sounds
she
good.
froze. Oh, there she is. All right. Bye.